Oh, what's up? You gotta make $1 every day. Thank you for stopping by.
Just waiting a little bit to start before we start.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You gotta hustle, hustle harder.
What is that? That was a singing.
Every day,
That was a singing.
every day.
Stop. Who is that? Who's
It's a local talent by the name of Rico Davis.
okay. Did he perform when I was singing?
No, 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 he's not. No.
Okay.
He's from like Jersey in that area.
Okay.
New York. So,
All right.
yeah. Oh yeah, that's that. That's Hustle Harder.
I like that.
Featuring Austin's cousin, Keith Vaughn.
Okay.
So
I didn't know because I made music. So now.
yeah, he cooks too. He's a vegan chef too. So
Oh, nice.
multifaceted, you know.
Nice.
But let's get into it. Sunday.
Yes.
It's 7. It's our time.
We have a lot to cover.
We got a lot to talk about. A lot to talk about. But welcome, as always, welcome guys to the 21 Titles Weekly Recap. We are on episode 53.
Which sounds crazy.
Right. Glad to be here. Glad to serve the community. As always, I am Wellness Brit, and this is my lovely co-host.
Hey, y'all. Hey, Alfred.
Alfred in the building. What's up?
Mm-hmm.
Together, we make up 21 Titles. We're essentially a development consultant firm trying to empower the next generation to think like bosses, if you want to just keep it really simple. A lot has changed in the landscape of NCAA collegiate basketball, and we really have been adjacent to it, and we kind of do these recaps to keep our community in the know on what's going on, especially on the business side. Essentially, we cover NIL. Obviously, we're going to be talking women's sports. It was a heavy, heavy women's basketball day today on this Sunday. So I hope you guys tuned in. We're going to be talking about some of the games that we watched today, tech, obviously, and some things going on in culture. So
yes,
let's get into it because we got a lot to talk about.
Yes, so we're just going to get right into it. Like Rick mentioned, today was heavy. Well, there was a lot of college women's hoops going on today and this week. And so we just wanted to start off talking about Caitlin Clark. Obviously, if you don't know who Caitlin Clark, then you need to do your due diligence.
Right.
She's a phenom. She's a phenom. And this past week, she scored her 3,000 career point in college, which is really crazy. And she did going against Iowa State, I believe.
Yep.
This past week. And yeah, they beat Iowa State 67-58. She finished with 35 points. Brittany's better. Brittany always talks about 35.
35.
35, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. And she becomes the first player in Division One women's or men's to record at least 3,000 points, 750 rebounds, and 750 assists. Again,
Wow.
that is no light feat. 3,000 points.
Let's just keep it in context here. She's the 15th, only the 15th player in Division One history to score 3,000 points, and she is chasing Kelsey Plum's record. Kelsey Plum sits at what, 3,500 plus.
Yes, 3,527 to be exact, which is again a lot of buckets.
Yeah, I scored over 2,000 points in high school, and that was a lot. So scoring 3,000 plus.
3,000?
Yeah, that's. They said now for her to get to Kelsey Plum's record, she has to stay on track with 26 points in the half, 26.5 points a game to get to that mark. I guess by the last game of the season, essentially. And she's sitting at 29 point something right now, averaging points per game. So
because she has to. So I think that she went in she's at a great pace of catching Kelsey.
Right.
And I think that the conversation now we're gonna get into. We're gonna talk about it later with the draft lottery, but whether she'll come out or not. If she in fact decides to stay another year, definitely she's gonna pass Kelsey Plum. So we'll just have to see. I think what's interesting, just rolling on topic with Kelsey, she kind of this past week she warned Caitlin Clark about the cons of her, passing her record, passing the 3,500 point mark, and she was just like. I like the article because Kelsey was being transparent and she was being vulnerable and just talking about her struggles, how she was struggling with mental health and how basically, I don't want to say she was chasing the 3,500, but when she got there, the expectations were so high and it no longer became I don't know. She mentioned people didn't see her as a player. It was more just. They were just more concerned about her
breaking the record.
Right. They didn't care about anything else.
Right.
And that in turn took a toll on her mental health.
Oh, yeah.
And she talked about that. She was just basically, let's just pray for Caitlin Clark that she basically keeps her head on straight and she still, stays focused with everything kind of riding on her for the remainder of the season. So, I think those were kind words. She obviously didn't have to talk about that when she did because she holds the record, but still kind words and just another perspective. We as, people watching and spectators, we're not thinking about the other side of the game, how this may affect her in the long run. So, can't wait to see how it happens, how it unfolds.
Right. Caitlin Clark, much love to you. This is obviously a historic feat if she does get to Kelsey Plum's record. But,
absolutely,
continue to have fun. It's crazy. Just from my point of view, if I would have known my senior year that I was on because I'm 10 threes away from number one.
They didn't tell you?
I think so much was going on my senior year that I wasn't really like Plum said, mental health, especially your senior year, right when you're a captain and you the face of the team and you gotta, it's a big responsibility. So but yeah, continue to have fun and like you said,
block out everything else. Yes, yeah.
There you go.
And she mentioned that she was like, "I'm not gonna get this time back. This is a very special time,
right.
in her life." And the biggest thing I would say is, like Brittany said, have fun and then be present.
Right.
Oftentimes, even as adults, everybody's pulling out their phone. Everybody's be present, like soak it all in. And
right.
I hope she enjoys the remainder of the season and all the things that she's been doing.
Facts.
For the university. So shouts to Caitlin Clark.
Big facts. We had a triple header today.
Yeah, let's talk about it because it was a goodie yet again. Every Sunday. And we didn't even talk, and I guess we'll get to this at another point in time, maybe next week or the week after that. Just, again, men's basketball, there was a lot of upsets, crazy games on the college side, as per usual. Brittany and I are always talking about, like, how this is only December. We don't know how this is about to look in March. If they're giving it up like this in December, then I don't know how it's going to look in March. Like,
Ooh-wee.
No, I don't know.
Talking about March Madness, we might have to rename it to like March Chaos. Like it's
something
rebrand.
Yeah,
because it's about to get really crazy outside for this NCAA tournament in March. Because
too many great teams, too many great players. This is a great problem to have.
Absolutely, and that's a perfect segue into the first game. UCLA versus Florida State. UCLA right now looks like a championship contender to me. I'm putting it out there right now. Lauren Betts, the transfer. This was the hot topic in the NIL transfer portal this summer. Where is Lauren Betts going?
Right.
What happened? Dysfunction at Stanford? Okay. Lauren Betts at UCLA. Today she put up 22 and 18.
Yo. She's a big girl.
6'7".
This is the first time I was able to watch her
right.
as, on the Bruins. On the Bruins. And it's like, why didn't she have this much, why wasn't she given the leeway to do this over at Stanford?
Right.
I don't know. But, again, Brittany kind of talked about this on a different pod that we're on. Hey, Danny.
What up, Danny?
But her transition over to UCLA seems very seamless. She tracks the ball super well. She's a big body. She's 6'8", always hands up and out. God. She creates space in the paint, and we watched that today. I overheard the commentators talking about how one of UCLA's rules is that on every possession, Lauren Betts has to touch the ball, and not for nothing that happened today. If not every possession, every other possession, she was touching the ball and she was directing her teammates. She's she has great hands.
Whew.
She's very agile. She gets up and down the floor very easily. And again, she's a big body.
Yeah.
So it was just great to watch her play. Kiki Rice also had a great game today. She had 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists.
Solid.
Real solid stats. And UCLA is not small.
No.
They're big. They can shoot. And again, they have Lauren Betts. Their offense kind of revolves around her as it should.
Yeah.
And I think Brittany is not. You're not bugging out for saying that.
No.
I didn't think about. But I don't think you're off with that.
No.
I think that they're going to give some people hell come March and for the remainder of the season.
Look.
If they continue to play the way that they're playing.
Look, if they stay healthy. Look, I didn't even know Charisma Osborne was coming back. I thought she was declaring to leave, but I guess she picked up her 5th year and was like, "I'm coming back because I want to make a run with this team." So she played well today, and I was just really impressed with watching Lauren Betts today. It's rare that we see someone who's 6'8" move the way she moves. She's moving so fluidly like a guard, and I'm just like, wow. Everything that you preach to big men, if you have a big girl right now, if you're a coach, parent, whatever part you play in the athletic ecosystem right now, and you have a big girl, she needs to be watching Lauren Betts, because she's the epitome of what you want to see from a big girl. Every possession, hands up. Where do you want me to throw the ball?
Yeah, just fun has down. And that's what we watched today. It was just fundamental basketball. And
it was impressive.
I really do want to know what happened in Stanford. We're like, everyone might know what happened in Stanford, but
I hope at some point down the line we can get an exclusive interview with Lauren Betts when because that girl is she's a pro, right? Like,
no, she's definitely a pro.
Like, I hope that she, you know, goes to the pros and we can get an interview with her at some point down the line, because she's gonna be big time. Like,
no,
she's a PTP, okay? And I'm excited to continue to watch her play throughout the season. And yeah, like, the second game of the day, we had South Carolina versus Utah. Utah, obviously, we were talking about Alyssa Peely at the beginning of the year as one of our players to watch. Homegirl dropped 37 today.
She gave them girls a 30 piece. Gave me a 40 piece. And Cal definitely said that in Instagram post game. Well, she gave us a 30 piece verbatim. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, girl.
She came to play today. She was killing Cardozo today. Like,
she was talking about how, because again, draft lottery. So a lot of, sorry, y'all hear my cat in the background. Onyx is she, the commentators were talking about how, they were wondering if she was undersized, how she would, kind of do in the big leagues, but like, she may be quote unquote undersized. I think they have her listed as like maybe 6'1". I don't know. She's definitely listed as like in the 6'6", 6 feet and above. But she knows how to utilize her body frame.
Right.
And she moves.
Yeah.
Really great on and up and down the floor. She can take you up the dribble. They were talking about how she was working on her handle this summer because she wants to go to the league. She's also been very vocal about that. She wants to make it to the league, and she takes it serious. And she this summer was like, what do I have to do to elevate my game?
Right.
And that's what all these players need to be doing during the off season.
Facts.
But no, she's a special player, man. She's a special player.
I agree.
She's a special player.
I agree. And Utah, at times, they look like, they were on a drought, scoring, because they rely a lot on her. Obviously, she's the go-to player, but I like Deja Young, also on Utah. She stepped up pretty big today, as like sidekick to Alyssa Peely. But South Carolina, what can you say? Number one team in the nation. They playing like it. It's a game of runs, and they be making runs. Pow pow.
Yo, can we talk about Pow Pow?
Pow
I don't know
pow.
what she ended up with today, but Brittany and I offline always talk about how she is just so poised as a player. This was a great pickup for South Carolina during the off season, and during the off season, the conversation was always centered around Pow Pow's jump shot. The girl is a shooter,
right?
Brittany, you can talk to that. You was a shooter. The girl shoots.
She shoots, but
right.
She's a playmaker. Don't get it twisted.
That conversation wasn't being had enough.
Right.
Because I don't think we've seen it enough until this season.
Right.
Because now she's a point guard.
Facts. And she's running the point at South Carolina along with Malaysia Fulwiley, and they look really, really good together. I mean, Raven Johnson too. Like, it's South Carolina's deep.
Yeah, that's the right word.
And Pow Pow, like Shantae said, the poise that she exhibits, it's like she came down and hit really big shots today. She had a nice little float in the lane. Like, you see, she has a wide array of tricks in her bag. Like, she's not just a 3-point shooter. She can put it on the floor. She can sauce you up and get to the basket. She got the mid-range. She can hit the 15-footer. I mean, I really like Pow Pow. And she fits so perfectly, like, in the South Carolina offense. Obviously, Camila Cardoso played well today. Like, they was picking on Camila today, though. They was picking on her.
The refs.
I'm sorry, Natasha. Every time I make a reference to a ref, I gotta say Natasha. Natasha, I'm sorry, but them refs was picking on Camila today. How many offensive fouls she had today?
At least 3. I'm gonna say at least 2 or 3. But they was calling a lot of offensive fouls today. I was like, dang, refs, like, you gonna let them play or no? Again, sorry, Natasha, but dang. I mean, Natasha, again, also, Natasha was not refereeing the game, but, like, I just want to throw that out there. I was like, dang. But, yeah, no. She had a rough start. I think she still finished with double digits, though.
I think so.
With at least 18 points. At least. At minimum 18 points.
Right. Yeah.
Another big, huge girl.
6'7".
Does well. Her footwork is good, too. She has great footwork.
Yep. Gets
up and down the floor. I mean, she takes up a lot of space. And so, yeah, like Brittany said, South Carolina's beat. I think, again, they are, and Brittany and I both said this, they are a championship caliber team. And they're already they're battle tested. I mean, they're getting battle tested now. I think every game that we've pretty much watched them play, it's come down to the fourth quarter for the most part. A lot of these games they've been playing, it's come down. They've been close games. They haven't been blowouts necessarily. I mean, granted, they've blown some people out, but these other teams that they're playing, listen, they're gunning for South Carolina. So
facts.
Hopefully, this shows to be a positive result further down the line in the season for them, and they show up how they need to show up. But they can not easily. I take that back. They can win it all this season. So, shouts to Dome.
Yeah.
Shouts to South Carolina and Utah. Y'all played a great game today.
Yep, that's a fact. And the last game, UConn versus North Carolina, really kind of just wrapped up before we got on the live. UConn pulled it out. Paige had a great game today. She showed up today.
Yeah, I gotta tell my dad that.
Come on.
I was like, she's a little overrated. And I was like, it's still early. Like, it's early,
Yeah.
She had 26. She had 26 and 2 rebounds, 1 assist.
She had 4 blocks today, though. Like four really passionate, emotional, excessive. Like,
that's Brittany's girl, y'all. Paige is Brittany's girl.
Okay. I needed her to come to have a rebound game because she played bad versus Texas. Gino called her out, which you should. You should. Your coach should hold you accountable. Okay. And just coming from my experience, my coaches always held me accountable, especially my coach in college.
That's a fact.
Okay. Like, talk about getting cursed out before a game against a nationally ranked team the night before on the road. Okay. That's C. Vivian. Y'all not practicing to my liking? All right, line up. I'm gonna ether each one of you.
Each one is actually mad funny.
One at a time.
I just hear the backdrop. You know that backdrop that he put on Instagram now?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Now I hear it.
Yes. That's Coach Stringer. I'm gonna ether each one of you because I'm tired. Y'all playing piss poor right now. So I'm gonna ether each one of you. But let me tell you, every time we got Ethan, we showed up.
I want to be Ethan again. That's why.
Oh, really?
Wait.
Are you serious? Are you serious, Danny? This is real? No.
Diligence real quick, Danny.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Nope. I'm gonna have to text some inside sources then.
Well, we just got
My dad said, okay.
letting us know that Kateri Fu is no longer part of LSU basketball team, according to Kim Mulkey. I just did a quick Google, and that's the first thing that popped up. Wow.
I'm gonna have to do some digging, y'all. I'm gonna get some.
But yeah, we didn't do no. We finding out right here, but this is interesting. And I'm just thinking about conversations Brittany and I have had on live. Of course, we don't know why she is no longer playing on the team. But one of the considerations we talk about with the transfer portal is just how this may affect teams, whether positive or negative. Again, we don't know why Kateri's no longer playing on the team. But they've already had there's been a lot of conversation around LSU women's basketball within the last several weeks.
Right.
And so this comes as a shock.
Wow.
And
yeah,
she said that she's no longer with us. I'm just gonna read really quickly what I found. So the 5'8" junior guard appeared in 4 games of the season. She did not play on November 14th against Kent State.
Right.
Due to the coach's decision. And then Mulkey said today she's no longer with us. Mulkey would not comment on whether Poole's departure was a dismissal or mutual parting of ways. And it's crazy because she was just here. Obviously, she just won a national championship last year with the same team. And this is shocking.
Interesting.
And I think Kateri Poole is in her senior year. I think this is either her senior year or gotta be her junior or senior year.
Right.
So hopefully she's okay. Again, we don't know what happened. We hope that she's all right.
Wow.
But more will have to be revealed. But this comes as a shock. The season just started. It just started maybe 2 months ago. Not maybe a month. Damn near 2 months ago, and now.
Okay.
Any thoughts on that, Brittany?
I mean, I'm
Danny and Mr. Ray.
Yeah, I'm taken aback. I mean, she was a pivotal piece of the championship last year. Like she was one of the core, players of the team that went to the chip last year. So okay. I'm just hoping nothing's wrong with her. That's hoping she's all right, like physically, mentally, and all that. Hopefully it's a mutual parting. But if not, I don't know. But I'm just really shocked. Okay.
We'll have to keep y'all updated with that as more information comes out. But yeah, switching gears back to UConn versus North Carolina. North Carolina did lose today to UConn 64-76. As Brittany mentioned, Paige Becker stepped up today. She had 26 and 2 rebounds. Aaliyah Elvis also had 16 points and 11 rebounds. Deja Kelly had 11 points today.
Oh, man, that's all she finished with?
Yeah, she only had 11 points today. She started off hot.
Really hot, yeah.
Yeah, and slow down a bit. But shouts to Paige. Glad to see that you were, you showed up today. And Brittany was talking about how Gino, her coach, called her out because of her performance against Texas.
Yeah.
said that she played lousy. That's his words, not mine. And she showed up today. She showed up and carried the team, and that's what they need. So yeah, shouts to UConn, and
I guess we should just hop into like the WNBA draft lottery since we're just talking about women's basketball anyway. But today's draft lottery, number one pick again goes to the Indiana Fever. Back to back. Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy. What are the chances of that really happening? I mean, they picked up Aaliyah Boston last season. That was a great pickup for them. She had an amazing season in her first year.
Right.
And Indiana has the first pick, and then the Phoenix Mercury, then the Sparks, and then the Seattle Storm. So, if Caitlin comes out after the season, she will more than likely, in the mock draft, they have her listed as going up. And she would be going to the Indiana Fever. And then we got Paige with, again, this is the mock draft.
Right.
Paige will be going to the Phoenix Mercury. They got Cameron Brink going to the Los Angeles Sparks. Then they have your girl, Camila Cardoso, going to the Seattle Storm. And then to round out the five, they have Aaliyah Edwards going to the Dallas Wings.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Rakia, I hope she comes back soon. Rakia's still out. Rakia Jackson in Tennessee, but they have her potentially coming out at 6, Angel Reese at 8. It's, the next draft is going to be crazy, monumental.
Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be a loaded draft.
It's super loaded, and I'm excited to see, like, who comes out, who stays, and then, like, who ends up where. It's going to be a lit draft.
Right.
Lit draft. So, yeah, looking forward to that.
And, that's all for women's basketball. And we really just wanted to touch on the NBA in-season tournament because it concluded yesterday. And, Lakers came out victorious.
Yeah.
Which is so funny to me. It's like the Lakers, they were the bubble champions, and now they're the in-season tournament champions.
Yes.
So, LeBron was the first in-season tournament MVP. And, how do you feel? Did you feel like this in-season tournament was?
I mean, listening to like multiple feedback from different people, this definitely helped the NBA. I think we talked briefly months ago about how during the last All-Star weekend and within the last few years, it's been kind of quote unquote dead.
Right.
The viewership hasn't been where it has been in the past, and so I think that the NBA, they took a look at the data and the numbers within the last few years and was like, okay, how can we spice things up? On top of that, the NCAA was hot like I don't know what last year.
Right.
Okay. The viewership has been going up ridiculously for the NCAA. I know they peaked that. NBA was looking at that along with football, right? Like all of these things are being analyzed. And so I think that they did it was just a great move to do the in-season tournament, and the viewership and the ratings were high. I read briefly that they were up. Obviously, I think also the incentive to being able to, have these players get paid, Carlos, $500,000 for, winning the entire thing. That's a great incentive. We saw LeBron James constantly talking about it. Even, when he accepted the MVP award last night, he was like, some of my teammates, they asked like, when we gonna get our money?
Yeah.
And I was just like, I don't know, but I kind of know. So the incentive, right? It means something to these players.
Right.
And so I think this was a great move for them. and I'm excited to see how this grows within the next few years. Because from what I understand, the competitiveness was there.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's what's needed. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Like, I'm a college girly. I love watching men's and women's college basketball over NBA basketball. However, the excitement that I've been receiving from just the feedback, yeah, it's like, okay, I'll tune in. I don't have to wait until the playoffs to get excited about NBA basketball.
right.
So I think that I'm potentially part of the target audience for the NBA.
For sure.
And yeah,
For
great
sure.
job by the NBA. Great job by LeBron James. LeBron, the way you're moving and shifting and shaking at this age and at this level in your career, you deserve all your flowers.
Unbelievable.
Sure. All the money that you put towards taking care of your body and your health definitely is demonstrated and shown rather on the floor every night. You definitely got more than what's needed in the tank to get this thing done. It's phenomenal to see. It's phenomenal to watch. It's inspiring to watch. And also shouts to LeBron James because he showed up to his son's first game today.
Right.
Ronnie James was on the floor today for USC. The whole family popped in on the game. The whole clan popped in.
Fire.
And that we love to see it. We love to see LeBron recording the game. Like, he's a dad. It's like, yo, he's LeBron James, but in that moment,
he's a dad.
He's a proud dad. He's a proud dad, and his son is playing in the college game.
Yep.
So, like, humanized him even more. And it was like, yo, that's fire. Like, he just won yesterday.
Right.
He won last night.
Uh-huh.
And then today, you win it again because you're watching his son play. So,
right.
But yeah, shouts to LeBron James. Shouts to the Lakers. Y'all look great.
Yeah.
They beat Indiana last night. 123 to 109. If y'all didn't know.
Look here. I got something to say. Anthony Davis.
Talk about it.
There's no way I'm not holding you to this standard moving forward.
Yeah, he showed up. It showed up.
Come on. Yo, this is the AD we was waiting for. Like this, he was playing like AD back with the New Orleans Pelicans. Hello? Come on, AD.
He showed up.
The heck? Had an exceptional game yesterday on offense and defense. Like, yo, 41 points, 20 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 blocks. Come on. Like, he showed up yesterday. So I was happy to see AD because he's always hurt. He did get hurt too. Like, oh man, he got hurt for a little bit. He scared everybody. He scared everybody and then got the job done. So shout out to AD. Happy to see you in the form that we know that you can be in. And we look forward to you doing that. Come on, man. Stop playing, AD.
That's not a good question. What counts more, 20 numbers or championship numbers? You mean as far as like stats or like wins, I guess, like champion? Or for a ring? That's a good question.
I mean, it's always gonna be for a ring because the ring.
Yeah, the ring is the ring.
Right.
The ring is the ring.
Like this tournament, I think, in my opinion, this tournament is to kind of prep guys for like what can happen down in the postseason. Essentially, like he has a bunch of rookies on the team. He has sophomores on the team. They've never experienced playoff basketball before. Like this is a chance to get them into that mold or to see what that mold looks like for the first time.
I was about to say.
You know, like, and also too,
that's a good point.
And also too, these guys who are first year guys, they get to double their salary with that little bonus. they making maybe league minimum, which is $1 million or something. So like, or less than that. Less than.
I think the incentive and the stage is much bigger in the in-season tournament.
Nah, the summer camps, no, because like summer league, you're not playing with the best players on the team.
Yeah, you're not.
You're playing with the people who are the rising stars on the team. You're not playing with the entire team. They're playing so that those guys can get chemistry. But the summer camp is not the same as this in-season tournament. No, I do not think that's what it is.
And there's some people coming for like the Lakers last night. It's like, oh, look at them all excited and celebrating as if it's the championship. But like you mentioned, it's like this is giving you a taste of what this could feel like a little bit within the next few months if you win the championship. Like people is clowning them. I'm like, why are you clowning them?
They mad because they didn't get that signing bonus. Like, come on, y'all.
Yeah, it's more
chill out.
So shouts to the Lakers.
Right.
Hopefully this kind of propels them to keep working towards getting a ring.
Big facts.
Yeah.
Moving to NIL.
Yeah, so the NCAA has been busy this week. The NCAA proposed a new subdivision. It's going to be like a trust fund to compensate athletes. So Charlie Baker, who is now the president of the NCAA, this is his first year, he is actually pushing for radical change in the NCAA in comparison to previous presidents. And so he has proposed that there be a creation of a subdivision of D1 that affords more freedom to craft their own policies and enables them to compensate athletes in innovative and consequential ways. And the plan includes basically creating a annual investment of at least $30,000 per athlete into an enhanced educational trust fund for at least half of the institution's eligible student athletes. Importantly, athletes can spend the money any way they choose, and there is no limit on how much schools can provide any subset of athletes, as long as schools remain Title IX compliant. Now, last week, we talked about how Oregon student athletes at Oregon University were suing Oregon due to Title IX issues. And so several women's student athletes that came forward, filed a complaint against the school, basically saying that the school is in violation of Title IX. The female student athletes don't get the same equipment. They don't get the same resources as the men or the male student athletes at Oregon. Now, not for nothing, like Brittany and I mentioned last week, this happens almost everywhere at every university. And so we're going to be on the lookout to see if there's other complaints and suits that come forth under Title IX. But anyway, back to this. They're saying that the hopes are that with this trust fund, they can divvy up this money equally to be Title IX compliant so that all the student athletes, including women, are given the same resources and the amount of money as they would the male student athletes. And so just to piggyback off of this potential change, what's more is that schools work with others within the division to create rules that make the rules place for the rest of Division 1. Those rules can include a wide range of policies such as scholarship commitment and roster size, recruitment, transfers, or NIL. Also of significance, the plan would allow any D1 school to enter into NIL licensing opportunities with their athletes directly. So, like, they don't have to through a collective anymore. They can literally provide, like, licensing agreements and things of that nature straight to the athlete themselves.
So the collectives would be...
This could potentially...
wipe them out.
Cut Possibly.
Reduce them?
Possibly. And yeah, to your point, this is a dramatic departure from the current model, which heavily relies on third-party entities known as collectives to distribute NIL dollars to athletes' deals. That may not need to happen anymore. So I'm wondering if they're going to be obsolete, or if their game plan changes and what they offer changes.
Right.
But they'll have to adapt, and they'll have to to change some things up. But yeah, this may be a potential change. It's not set in stone, but it's also important to note. So we'll keep you posted with that. There's going to be a lot of changes happening throughout the course of this year with the NCAA and college sports in general. Every week we're seeing a new lawsuit. Every week we see policymakers having conversations about everything around surrounding NIL and things of that nature. Whether these student athletes should be looked at as contractors, should they be looked at as employees? Listen, the conversations are happening. College sports is changing dramatically,
right?
And they are in a position to make more money than
ever before
could have ever imagined.
Right.
And rightfully so, because these institutions have the money.
Right.
They're making money off of performance, off of our performance, and they have been for years.
Yes.
And this is it's not sustainable at this point. And I still like to say we're going to keep y'all posted with all of the changes that will be happening. But change is coming. Change is going to continue to happen. And I personally am very excited to see what the framework is going to look like for college sports moving forward. Like when your kids, if they play sports, Brittany, how this framework is going to look, I don't know. They can be getting money from all different types of ways and places. So we'll see how it goes. We'll keep you posted about that.
Yeah. I'm ready. No, I this, since we've started covering this, we've been talking about federal bill coming, blah blah blah. And now they're talking about revamping the model.
Trust fund? It's like a trust fund? Would you have ever thought that they would think, like, for student athletes, that they were going to create a trust fund and give out this money and distribute it equally?
No. But you know what's crazy? To me? I feel like me and Austin had a conversation like this when obviously NIL was like brewing. Like, what would the model look like to keep kids in college, essentially, and get them to because obviously we knew that it was moving towards them getting paid, essentially, and we had come up with a number of scenarios, and Austin did say maybe provide them with some type of fund or provide them with something like we didn't know NIL, like you could get NIL deals at the time, right? But we knew maybe setting up a fund for the kids so by the time they graduated they had access to this fund, essentially. Stuff like that we were talking about. So it's interesting to see that they are potentially maybe adapting a model in which a fund is being used. So we're gonna see.
It's very interesting times for college basketball. I mean, not just basketball, college sports. Right. It's an interesting time, so we'll keep you posted about that.
Excuse me.
Now we're still in NIL, but we're kind of switching gears more towards like football. So a company by the name of Super Patch just entered into the NIL space, and they signed deals with the top recruits of KJ Bolden and Sammy Brown. And this is also important because those two young men are based out in Georgia, and Georgia just actually amended their bylaws to allow high school student athletes to monetize their name, image, and likeness for money. Like they can get paid, and they don't lose their eligibility at all.
Right.
And so I never heard of Super Patch, but this is a very interesting company. It's tech based, and So basically, from what I understand, it says through Icon Source's next level technology, Super Patch is able to transact with these athletes, right? So wait, I don't think I have it here. I have to wait. Let me pull up the article because what this product does sounds crazy. So Super Patch has uniquely arranged ridges that look like a QR code. When those ridges touch the skin, cells transmit unique signals that interact with the body's nervous system. According to the company's website, Super Patch can improve recovery and focus for athletes. The brand produces specific patches for basketball, baseball, football, golf, hockey, running, soccer, and tennis.
So it's like a recovery patch?
It sounds that way, but I'm going to look deeper into this because when I saw the nervous system, I'm like, hey, hold on. How does the technology affect the nervous system? Right. But this isn't the first time we're seeing like tech. Like Brittany and I have covered on a couple of a few months ago about how certain tech that's coming out is, keeping track of heart rate, is keeping track of injuries to see if you're like injury prone. So tech is teching, right? It's here to assist these athletes in making sure that they're performing at their highest level and remaining healthy. And Super Patch seems to also be within that realm. So we're gonna do some due diligence, but this to come back and give you some more information. But this is Super Patch is a patch. It goes on your skin, and when it touches your skin, it interacts with the body's nervous system. Okay. So I guess again, help performance.
Yeah. So
assist with performance.
To my understanding, that just means like recovery, because your nervous system is the thing that obviously just helps all voluntary and involuntary actions in the body. Breathing, heart rate, blood pressure, all these things are governed by the nervous system. So if you can essentially get something to calm the nervous system down, that makes your recovery that much faster or accelerates. So just a simple thing, want something like as like a cold shower, that is something that you can use to calm your nervous system and regulate your nervous system, but it's also a recovery technique to reduce soreness after practice, after workouts, and help you get back. Essentially, if you don't have access to like an ice tub, you could do a cold shower, so I see. Okay, I'm interested to see how that this works. I'm interested to dive deeper. Okay.
Me too, because I want to see. I'm on the website now. They have like wellness, performance, health with sleep, stress relief, focus, pain management, mobility, immune system, and then performance, peak athletic performance, more power, more speed. And they're little patches.
Okay.
Very interesting. Looks like you try. The smokers. They remember the
right with
patches.
the
It looked like a smoker's patch.
Yeah. That's what I imagined it as. You said it looks like a QR code, but like I'm thinking a patch, like them smoker patches that you just said. So it's funny you said that because I was definitely thinking that. Like, okay.
Yeah. So we'll keep posting.
All right, Super Patch.
Super Patch.
Okay.
And lastly, we have more NCAA news. Athletes are suing. They're suing the NCAA. So the NCAA
it's left and right.
The NCAA added a new legal challenge to its already cumbersome caseload Thursday. Like we just said, they get sued left and right, like Brittany just said. So a trio of college athletes filed suit against the association and its 5 most powerful conferences, claiming that rules that prohibit schools from paying their athletes violate antitrust law. So we have a Duke football player, a Stanford soccer player, a TCU basketball player, They filed a 70-page complaint in California, and they sue him. And it's just one of many. And I just wanted to highlight that. And I'm laughing because it comes 2 days after Baker, who we just talked about, announced that
the new model
creating a trust fund. So,
right.
You know, they're trying to, the NCAA is trying to save their behind too. Like, they're like, all right, ease up off. Right. But they're not, these student athletes are not taking their foot off the gas. Get that money.
This new generation, y'all not afraid to go after that bag. Y'all not afraid.
And you shouldn't. I love that for y'all. I love that for y'all.
Right. They're not afraid. They showing us. I'm about my coins.
They interviewed some of the attorneys in the article, and one of them happened to have played college sport. And he was just like, dang, like, I wish I was in college still.
At this point right now, yes, I do.
I wish I was playing because I would be getting, basically, he was like, I'd be getting to the bag. I'd be getting this money. And it's like, this is such a great time. Like,
yes.
Even as when we were college athletes, I wasn't thinking about, oh, y'all should be paying me.
Nah.
I did not personally think like that. Y'all should be
paying me. I did think that I deserved an occasional meal though. Like, I'm gonna pull up on where's that occasional meal at, Coach Mitchell?
Where's that occasional meal at? God did.
Cause you know they can take you out and spend some money on you. I was like, where's this occasional meal at? I used to, I was about the food. I used to take Coach Mitchell. I used to like go Coach Mitchell, and I want to go to the expensive Italian joint too. Like, stop playing. Coach Stringer would take us to the highest of the highest upper echelon places, bro.
At least she exposed y'all to that.
Come on. I want to go to the upper echelon Italian restaurant. Let me get that pappardelle with the lump crab meat, and the shrimp. Excuse me, the prawns.
Listen,
5-star chick. I'm a 5-star chick.
You're a 5-star chick. I'm sorry, y'all. Chick. And we aging ourselves. 5-star chick. Really?
Sorry, y'all.
Listen to this. They don't know what a 5-star chick is.
They don't know.
If you're listening, you catch us on the replay. I want you to Google 5-star chick. They'll know because y'all like Nicki Minaj still. But Nicki was on the song, but yeah, we aging ourselves. 5-star chick. But no, really, this is 5-star chick. But yeah, no, these student athletes, y'all got it made right now. Take advantage of the opportunities
I love
presented to y'all.
I love it.
Like, get them.
Love it.
But yeah, all right.
That concludes NIL news. We rolling into tech. It's 8:00. We got about 15 minutes left for y'all, and we'll let y'all be on y'all day. But we rolling into tech. If you do not know, Decrypt Media is like a leading crypto Web3 platform. They break news all the time. They are merging with another Web3 entity called Rug Radio, which is crazy to me. So Decrypt Media and Rug Radio have announced their intent to merge, creating the world's biggest decentralized publishing company, codename Redacted. The alliance is aimed at revolutionizing tech media, bringing together the forces of content creation and consumption. Wow. Okay. Under the terms of the merger. I just love saying mergers and acquisitions.
Yo, shouts to them attorneys that deal with mergers and acquisitions, by the way.
Whew.
Ain't no joke.
That's a tough sport right there. But Under the terms of the merger, qualified members of Rug's far-flung community will get to craft editorial content on a wide range of topics in collaboration with Decrypt's editors. That's fire. In return, Decrypt's editorial staff will gain access to Rug's Creator platform, a proprietary suite of video casting tools. In partnership with Arbitrum, Arbitrum is just another cryptocurrency. We actually got to interact with Arbitrum when we went to ETH Denver in 2021. That's how we pay for our food, essentially, with the food trucks, which was fire. But moving along, in partnership with Arbitrum, Redacted intends to build a cutting-edge ad tech network that will power Redacted and other affiliated publishers. The merger is slated for completion by the end of January. Rug Radio, a global leader in decentralized content creation, boasts a dynamic community with scores of creators and thousands of active members within its DAO. DAO stands for Decentralized Autonomous Organization. Mm-hmm. Decrypt Media, known for its independent publishing aimed at demystifying the Web3 world, reaches millions of people each month who come to its site for news and education. Woo! Together, the entities are expected to reach more than 10 million people a month. That's wild.
Yeah, I mean, Rug Radio, I've never pulled up to a Rug Radio.
Nah.
Like, this we're talking about when, like, you know, I don't know, when Web3 was like Web3, no disrespect to the Web3 community, because we still technically, like, we're very much a part of it still, because we support y'all.
Right.
But, like, you know, there was a time in which everybody used to be on Twitter heavy.
Yes.
Twitter spaces.
Yes.
For hours.
Facts.
Hours. And so, yeah, Rug Radio was one of those spaces. I've never been in there. I think, Brittany, you have. And so to watch the evolution of that,
right,
now here is very interesting. Again, this is very much Brittany's bag. Brittany is a writer. She's big on that. So this is your bag right here.
Yeah, I think this is fire that because you know we've been in this space since the end of 2020. And we've kind of seen it move and shake and evolve. We've seen the bull run. We've seen the cricket run. AKA the bear run when nothing was going on. And these guys really started out on Twitter Spaces, like Shantae said, like in clubhouse rooms, just on these spaces and on these apps all day, just talking about whatever they wanted to talk about that pertained to Web3, essentially. Like rooms would go on for hours. Like literally hours. So yo, it's so crazy. People would be going on there, capping on stage. Like it would just like it would just be chaotic in there, okay? So to see something evolve from just like Twitter Spaces to actually getting a collaboration and a partnership and a merger with a big time company like Decrypt, that's crazy to see. That's crazy to see. That's crazy to see. But you know what show I wanted to see? What happened to the Oh Shiny show? You remember that show, Shantae? On Twitter Spaces?
We were supposed to also. Listen, wasn't we supposed to go on the Shiny show?
Yes, I was on the Oh Shiny show. We were supposed to come back on. You remember?
We got curved on.
Yes, I got curved on. Yes. You remember?
Oh, you got
I got curved. Yes. On Spaces, got curved. Okay? Crazy. What happened to y'all? Where y'all at, Oh Shiny? I want to know. Where you at, Oh Shiny?
What's up? Thank you for tapping in with the.
That's crazy.
Oh man, really calling out. Universal call out.
Universal call outs, because I'm tired of the people. I'm tired. Yo, I'm tired of the phonies and the fakes. Y'all gotta get away from me.
And we're talking about tech talking about the Web3 community, because we just was talking about how this one piece of the community that we were familiar with now has like transcended into something bigger. Like they're now collaborating with Decrypt, who is like a major. I'm gonna call them like a news. What should I call them?
They're just like an online news platform.
Themselves. Yeah, they are an online news platform that's focused just on tech. Everything tech.
Crypto, everything.
Everything. And how it relates to everything, whether that be sports, whether that be music, whether that be art, whether they cover everything. And
right.
So yeah, Decrypt is now collaborating with this small, I don't want to call it small community at all, but this community named Rug Radio.
Yeah.
And so we're just talking about our experiences while kind of navigating the Web3. Yo, Evan, you missed us talking about LeBron.
Yeah, we talked about LeBron. Come on, man.
Talk about LeBron.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're talking about how we had to navigate those Web3 waters, and it was a little messy.
Yeah, I mean that's Web3 waters. That's a perfect segue into we're going into culture, right? Art Basel just passed. We happened to attend our first Art Basel because of Web3. What was this in 2022?
Yeah. All right, okay.
No, it was in 2021. It was in 2021 because yes.
Yeah, because this is 23. Yeah, so we went in 2021 and it was such a good time.
Right.
Again, during 2021, we was like heavy into like Web3, everything tech. It was booming.
Yes.
Just the amount of people we was able to meet and network with and like cultivate friendships and relationships at this event. I was like laughing at it.
The GOAT.
Art Basel.
Art Basel was fire.
Yeah, for sure.
It was definitely fire. So we just wanted to shout out all the artists that had a chance to participate in Art Basel this past week. Shout out to Vintage Mozart. Vintage Mozart is an artist. He's another artist that we met during our time in Web3. He's a graphic designer. He's a, graphic artist, if you want to say. But he also is the founder of a collective called NCAAW. They were originally called African NFT Community, but they're now called NCAAW. And they had a chance to collaborate with the Tezos blockchain for Art Basel. And they had a showcase and exhibition. So just kind of wanted to shout him out.
Shouts to him.
Yeah, all the artists that pulled up. I know we going
talking about the sneakers.
Oh yeah. So there is a black-owned sneaker company called, I think, Factory. What is this? Factory? I can't remember it right now. But essentially, the founder of this black-owned sneaker company used to be the head of design at Adidas with Yeezy. So he dropped a collaboration with the rapper The Real Simba and Miami Dolphin athlete Jalen Ramsey this past Art Basel. So they had their own little show where they featured their shoes there. And I thought that was fire. I see Erica Wheeler there. Erica Wheeler, we played together at Rutgers. She's on the Indiana Fever right now. Shout out to the Indiana Fever getting the first, first pick today.
Yeah. Well, it was fire. Yeah. If you haven't been to an Art Basel, you should definitely check it out. It happened this past weekend. There's so many amazing events that go on, and great people, and just great vibes. To be honest, like we're gonna get there 2024. We're getting back to Art Basel.
Here we go.
And so yeah. shout out to Art Basel and everybody that was able to attend. Beyonce, the Renaissance movie. I have not seen the movie.
Me either.
But I see that a lot of people have Rotten Tomatoes, I think, or Rotten. I forgot the name of the site, but they gave it like a 10 out of 10.
Oh, stellar reviews.
From what I understand. Yeah, which I heard was very hard from Rotten Tomatoes.
Right. Yep, that's the critics, movie critic.
Yeah, I heard they're really tough, but they gave it. They rated it very high. And the people that I personally know that have went to see it said that it was amazing. People were talking about they was crying in there.
Oh wow!
People were saying, "I was like, oh wow, all right, oh, wow." So yeah, I don't know if anybody has checked it out. If you have, let us know how it was. I'm not a movie person. I am considering going to see it though. I don't know. And we'll come back and maybe review it. I'll come back and maybe review and let you know. But just to Beyonce, again, get into the bag, multi-millionaire, like, made millions off of the tour, now making millions off of the movie. Like,
right. That's how you reflip content, y'all.
That is exactly what you do with your IP. You utilize every inch of IP that you have. Like, you find ways to get this money. You're going to find ways to monetize that name, image, and likeness, baby. And that's what we're watching Beyonce do. So shout out to Beyonce for teaching us lessons without even probably trying. Yeah, $200, but that's how much a sweatshirt was.
Oh, she not in my price range. Yeah, then I'm not in that price range.
Mama, like, you went to see the movie or you went to a concert? Sweatshirt is crazy. I'm not doing that. Love you. Yeah.
She went to the concert.
Oh, $200 is. Woo, I got it. But shout out to Beyonce for getting that coin.
The most I'm spending for a sweatshirt, $70.
But we may not, but those people, there are people that are buying out that sweatshirt, the sweatshirts at these concerts.
Well, that's not me. Not me. Not me.
Neither am I. But shout out to Beyonce for always getting the point. She's always going to get her money. And then lastly, McDonald's. McDonald's is now considering creating its own coffee chain by the name of Cosmix. I actually think that's kind of funny because the name play.
Right.
The play on the name Mc.
Right.
McDonald's.
Yes.
Cosmix.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
They have, first of all, they've already created a location that's based out in Illinois.
They not playing.
McDonald's is not playing around. And we thought this is important to highlight just again. We talk about utilizing IP, and to some degree, right? McDonald's has already established who they are.
Right.
See the golden arches
everywhere.
You already know that's McDonald's. Like, they have signature everything. They got the Big Mac. They got signature, meals and stuff. So they already stamped. And so now they're just utilizing all of the brand recognition that they've garnered throughout the last, I don't know how many years. And now they're entering into this new space. And they are going to, be creating customizable. I think that's important. Customizable caffeinated beverages. Now, Brittany gonna hate this.
I hate it.
Again, Brittany gonna hate this.
Yeah.
Because it is unhealthy, okay? And we just was talking about calming your nervous system down.
Right.
This caffeinated drink is not gonna calm it down.
That's doing the exact opposite.
You boost it up a million till you lose control.
Lose my breath. Baby girl, lose my breath. Okay.
Let me stop playing on this live. So they they've already opened Cosmics in Illinois, and there's 9 that are planned to be open in Texas
9
in the next couple of months. And the reason why McDonald's wants to enter into the coffee realm is because it's actually a lucrative market. And those wildly customizable coffee drinks are, lucrative. Like, they're wanted. We know the Starbucks.
Right.
All the different customizable drinks you can get in Starbucks. Starbucks is making a
pretty
penny. And
they've
been making bank for a long time now. And so basically, McDonald's is like going to be left behind, and we want to finally enter into this space. And not for nothing, the senior vice president and food industry advisor at Circana actually said that there's no category that has really performed better this year than specialty coffee. I thought that was very interesting.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and then also in the U.S., coffee shops are a growing category, and McDonald's does not want to be left behind. So they already have coffee at McDonald's, obviously.
Right.
But they are going to have all type of espresso drinks, teas, and other beverages. I want to talk about some of the stuff that they're putting in these drinks, because again, Brittany about to be upset. They putting all type of sugar and stuff in them.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, these are things that people are gonna buy. Like,
oh, for sure. Look, from a business standpoint, McDonald's is hitting gold right now. They're hitting gold by branching off into just specialty drinks, because the world runs on caffeine. Like,
no, it's a fact.
And I don't think a lot of people understand that caffeine over time consistently kills the body. It kills your adrenal glands. I'm just saying, it kills your adrenal glands. So you may be fatigued all the time, and the coffee, you are now dependent on coffee to give you that boost all the time.
I'm not going to jump in there, y'all. When I was in law school, I never had coffee before that. But that first year, I was like, I don't know how I'm going to make it with all the reading, the late nights. I was like, there's no other option for me. I started drinking coffee, y'all. That's probably the worst thing I probably could have started to do. Because the days in which I couldn't get the coffee, my head was on fire. I had headaches.
Ooh.
I always, now, if you don't, if you haven't, right. Juicing, right. At the time, I wasn't doing that. I was like a broke law school student. I wasn't working at the time.
Right.
I was just looking for something quick. And, Brittany knows, and people, really close to me know, caffeine withdrawal. Yeah, I did. And I'm a heavy water drinker. I don't drink soda. I don't drink juice. I only drink water. Yeah. But for me to feel like I was dehydrated all the time when drinking caffeine, I was like, oh, this is crazy. So then, I was trying to get off of it. I would have headaches. Ooh. My stomach would be rocking. I gained a crazy amount of weight my first semester of law school, on top of the stress, the anxiety, the late nights, eating crazy. And after that one semester, I was like, I'm never drinking coffee again. Yeah, I had caffeine withdrawal. My head was on fire.
I mean, I had a similar experience. Like, when you in college and you taking these courses and you got to stay up, you got to do work and wake up for practice and stuff like that, you got to figure it out. Whether it's 5 energy drinks, I was cracking those back, which was terrible because you crash. You crash off of those. Like, oh my God, it's really terrible. And then I tried to drink coffee and it did not work. Because as soon as I drank the coffee, my veins was jumping like Destiny's Child. Hell no. Like, that was the craziest feeling I've ever had. Like, I literally drank the coffee and I felt my veins pulsating. Like, I felt like I was high. I was like, yo, what is this? It did not give me a great feeling. And from that moment on, I said never. I will never drink coffee again. But I love coffee flavored things. Let's not get that twisted. I'll eat some coffee flavored ice cream or coffee flavored candy or something.
I'm scared of this point. I've been scarred. You've been having especially.
Jade, you have the espresso machine. Yo, espresso has me wired, Jade. I had espresso for the first time when I went to Italy. Oh my God, I was up for half a day. I couldn't go to sleep.
Listen,
yo, that espresso is crazy.
And that's where I was at. You do what you gotta do, but that fall from grace, when you fall from grace. I was like, I ain't doing this ever again. Not feeling thirsty all the time.
Right.
But I'm drinking water. That's crazy. I'm drinking water, but I got cotton mouth. Like, cotton mouth. Jade, it didn't matter what I was doing, Jade. It didn't matter what I was doing. And I drink a lot of water.
Right.
I was like, I still feel super parched. I was like, I gotta stop.
You know what's crazy to me? I just have a question. So, like, I know there are like certain cultures that, obviously, like Jade, Cuba, like they revere coffee.
Yeah.
How does that work? Because like y'all be having these coffee ceremonies and be making coffee, and then they go to work. Are y'all drinking water after y'all have the ceremony?
Chase with water.
Are they doing that? Because that's y'all drinking a lot of coffee and espresso. Yeah, you got to
I just want to see the cosmic. I want to see how the numbers look.
It's gonna look crazy because it's gonna be like just another option for people. You got Starbucks now. We got Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts. Now we got Cosmics. Oh my God, people gonna go crazy.
Yeah, they are gonna go crazy.
They gonna go crazy.
That first cup to function in the morning. The minute you stop, crackhead symptoms kicking, and that is what I was experiencing. The ladder.
Yeah. Like my grandparents, it's like coffee. If they don't have their coffee in the morning, it's over. The rest of the day is messed up. Messed up.
And I had like, what is that? The Starbucks people here, I had like the caramel macchiato, and I had a double shot.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was on sick time.
You know what? Yes, we do need, as much as I don't like drinking coffee, I do agree, Jade. We need a black-owned coffee brand. That is a fact.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a fact.
Yeah, Ceesh is right. I needed to stay up. I didn't even like how it tasted.
Double shots?
It tasted like, yo, Brittany, I was thinking I'm back. Like, I gotta stay up. And like, talking about jumping and being wired, I couldn't calm down.
Yeah.
I know if I could get like a real like evaluation of my nervous system during that time.
No bueno.
Crazy. They created a main choice for a Keurig-based coffee since college. That is the only friends that would give each other. Okay, that's fire that she transitioned into coffee again, like making that. So who she's talking about, being class just standing up, right? It'd be 3 a.m. up, not even tired, up, just up.
Right.
Body tired, nothing else tired. So the lady that Jade is talking about actually created Main Choice, which is it's for hair, like hair products, black-owned hair products. So again, it's interesting to see that she transitioned into coffee, just like what we're talking about.
Jada Kiss also did too. Yes, Mama Flash.
Yes,
you are correct.
Good point. He did.
Correct.
What's the name of it? I did see that.
Because he was on somebody's talk show host getting them to taste some some of his coffee blends. So that is correct.
Oh, he got Kiss Cafe.
Cool Coffee Click. The return on coffee is crazy. I can imagine that ROI. Oh my god.
So it just, again, this makes sense why McDonald's is
branching out.
Like y'all it's called Kiss Cafe. Kiss Cafe Coffee on Instagram.
Kiss Cafe Coffee. Okay.
Is that it? Wait, let me see. I think so. So yeah, I guess McDonald's ain't wrong.
All right.
No, that is. It's called Kiss Cafe Coffee on Instagram.
Okay. And Jay said Cool Coffee Click is Courtney Adele's brand. Okay.
Oh, that's the main choice.
Courtney Adele's brand. Okay. Okay.
I'm going to look at all of them, actually. Cool Coffee Click.
Y'all giving in the recommendations. We thank you.
No, this is good because it's just also good research.
Right.
Because it kind of goes along with what the reasons why McDonald's is saying they're about to do this. Like,
right.
This makes a lot of sense. I completely forgot about Jadakiss and then didn't know about Courtney's brand. So this is right in line. And we'll see how McDonald's does. I'm sure they'll do extremely well as McDonald's, and they're a household brand.
Facts.
So, all right.
That's that. It is basically 8:30. You know, we try to stay within the 90-minute time frame. Nothing more, nothing less. Hopefully. Right. Sometimes less. Yeah, I'll say that. But thank you guys for tuning in. Episode 53. As always, please follow us on all social media platforms. We're on X, formerly known as Twitter. Obviously, here on IG. Also, we host a podcast on the 9450 called Beyond the 9450. So please subscribe to our feed on all podcast platforms. We're on Spotify, Apple, wherever podcasts are. Please follow the 9450. Keeping it 9450, Jump Ball and Study Hall. We got a lot of stuff coming.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
All right. A lot of stuff.
We're gonna on ESPN, yeah. I hope so.
Oh, look here. We here for it. I'm really here. I want to commentate on games. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I would love to do that. Athletes Unlimited, holla at your girls. The new league that's coming out with Brianna and Nafisia, I can't remember, Unrivaled. Yeah. Holla at us. We trying to be like, you know, Ryan Rucco and Monica McNutt. Yeah. Come on, stop playing.
Monica McNutt. She's great.
She's doing the thing. That's crazy because I played against Monica McNutt at Georgetown, and I didn't even realize that was her.
You were supposed to be a voyeur.
That's another story for another day. But shout out to Monica McNutt. She putting on. Shout out to all the Black women in media right now. Y'all doing the thing. Inspiring. Keeping us on point. Keeping us inspired. So we'll see you guys. We're not going to be here next week. We might pop in Christmas Eve. Maybe. But we'll see you guys. Hopefully you guys have a great end to the quarter. We're going into the new year. It's not really new year. Y'all know what I mean, though. And we love y'all. We'll see y'all next time.
We love y'all. We'll see y'all. Peace.
We'll see y'all next time. Peace.